8 new games coming to Xbox. Let's see.
Releases from Horizon Forbidden West to Pokemon Legends Arceus, and for all of its highs, lows, delays, and setbacks, there's something for everyone to enjoy. But it's not over yet. December offers more big releases worth checking out. Whether you're a survival horror fan, racing game enthusiast, or looking to toss a coin to your Witcher once again, let's look at the biggest games launching in December of 2022. The Callisto Protocol. Striking Distance Studios' The Callisto Protocol immediately made an impression. The over-the-top brutality, moody interiors, terrifying atmospherics, and sci-fi setting builds on that formula in unique ways. Melee combat and stealth are possible, and you'll need to rely on the former with how scarce ammo can be. Mutant biophages aren't just shambling violent reminders of Black Iron's inmates. They're monstrosities that can transform, becoming stronger if you don't kill them fast enough. Of course, death plays a major part in the Callisto Protocol, as protagonist Jacob Lee can be eaten, crushed, dismembered, and all kinds of horrible things, which you get an achievement and trophy for witnessing, so feel free to experiment. Along with working through the prison, Lee traverses Callisto's surface and investigates the remains of the first colony. With a 14 to 15 hour playtime, alternate routes, and a compelling mystery behind the terror, the Callisto Protocol is looking to be a scary good time. It's out on December 2nd for Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, PS4, 5, and PC. Need for Speed Unbound. Criterion Games is back on the Need for Speed franchise with the colorfully stylish Need for Speed Unbound. Set in Lakeshore City, players dive into the resident underground street racing scene, completing weekly qualifiers and participating in the Grand. Along the way, they'll meet several characters, including A$AP Rocky, who hosts the takeover scene. There are over 140 vehicles to choose, which are extensively customizable with tons of different parts. Much like Need for Speed Heat, you participate in races and events during the day to earn money or bank, and then risk it all at night for bigger returns. The cops are also back and more brutal than ever, with everything from a pursuit helicopter to undercover Camaros, and they'll do anything to stop you. So far, it all sounds very Need for Speed-esque, but Unbound embraces street culture with its use of tags. These special effects apply to boosts, drifts, jumps, and much more for some visual flair. You can also use work from artists like Centrock and JC Riviera as wraps for your car and strip it down to its innards with new full kit options. Need for Speed Unbound releases on December 2nd for Xbox Series X and S, PS5, and PC. Whether gimmicky or a huge step up from Heat, it's worth keeping an eye on. The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners, Chapter 2, Retribution. As the follow-up to The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, Chapter 2 Retribution continues the journey of the player character, the tourist, in New Orleans. You're still killing walkers, whether it's with firearms or axes, and exploring the environment for resources and other survivors, who you can either help or harm. The sequel offers new locations to explore, new quests, and new weapons like the sawed-off shotgun and chainsaw. You'll also encounter a new faction, the Exiles, and it may be worth helping them. They're rejected by the Tower and unfavored by the Reclaimed, so you'll need to weigh your options carefully, especially since the former seems to make some big moves. There's also the Axeman, an unstoppable enemy that constantly pursues you. The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 Retribution is out on December 1st for MetaQuest 2, but also coming to PlayStation VR and PlayStation VR 2 in 2023. In a world built on dreams, let's go! How far would you... Hello Neighbor 2. The first Hello Neighbor was a unique concept, a stealth horror game where you snuck around the mysterious Mr. Peterson's house and tried to avoid capture, and each time you failed, his AI would learn from it. Unfortunately, bugs and issues with performance and controls severely hampered its potential.